What's going on, Halo fans? LukeTheNotable here. In this video, we're going to be figuring out what happened to the Skirmishers from Halo Reach. In this video, we'll be going over everything about the Skirmishers, what they are, how they fight, and where they went. Because if you didn't know, the Skirmishers are only in Halo Reach. They aren't in any of the other Halo games. Now, the reason that we don't see Skirmishers in any other games besides Halo Reach is because Bungie stated that after the battles of Halo Reach, the Skirmishers went extinct. However, it is a little bit more complicated than that, and in this video, I'll be explaining why. But before we get started, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Amino. Amino is an incredible app that's available on iOS and Android. Amino can connect you to over 1 million different communities from around the world, and yes, there is a Halo Amino that you can connect to today. The Halo Amino community is the ultimate place to find high-quality Halo blogs, theories, analysis, artwork, and even public chat rooms to meet, roleplay, and discuss Halo with thousands of other Halo fans from around the world. I post almost every one of my videos to Amino, and I love just scrolling around looking for quizzes or other awesome creations from the Halo community. If you enjoy Halo or literally anything else on the internet, Amino is the place for you. So if you want to see some more awesome Halo content from the community, check the link in the description and download Amino today. Thank you, Amino, for sponsoring this video. But now it's time to grab your energy gauntlet and plasma pistol, because we're going to be talking about what happened to the Skirmishers from Halo Reach. Before we get talking about the Skirmishers, let's explain what they actually are. Sure, I know a bunch of you out there are probably hardcore Halo fans, you know a lot about the Skirmishers, but not everyone does. Skirmishers are a subspecies of the Jackal, meaning that they are technically jackals, they're just a little bit different biologically. Jackals will either carry a large energy gauntlet and a plasma pistol, or they will carry some sort of sniper rifle or needler rifle. Now, Skirmishers can also carry needler rifles, but their energy gauntlets are much smaller, because the Skirmishers are much faster. Anatomically, Skirmishers are fairly similar to the jackals of Halo. Their heights range from about 6 to 7 feet tall, and they normally weigh about 200 pounds. However, Skirmishers don't actually live on the jackal's homeworld. They live on an asteroid in the same system, and this asteroid has higher gravity than the jackal's homeworld. This is why the Skirmishers, when compared to the jackals, are more fierce, faster, and much more effective in combat. Skirmishers have also been known to receive higher military authority than their jackal counterparts. In the Halo comic book series Halo Escalation, in issues 2 and 3, we have evidence of a skirmisher by the name of Tech who controls his own military forces. Wait, what? I thought you said that the Skirmishers were extinct. Why do we have Tech here in this? What? What is this? Okay, I know I said that the Skirmishers were extinct, but that's not technically true. It's very confusing, but I'm gonna try to explain it for you now. The game Halo Reach released to the public in September of 2010, but in January of 2010, 9 months before that, there was an article produced by Game Reactor which talked about Halo Reach. And I'll just quote the article here to avoid any confusion. Skirmishers are a new type of enemy. Think of them as a ninja version of the jackals, and you'll get a pretty good idea of what you're up against. Bungie tells us they are relatives of the jackals, and that the race went extinct during the battles that took place on Reach. So in January of 2010, before the release of Halo Reach, Bungie stated that the Skirmishers went extinct after the battles on Halo Reach. Now this is because Halo 1, 2, and 3 came out before Halo Reach, and I think they were trying to give a rationale for why there are no Skirmishers in Halos 1, 2, and 3. If you think about it, at the time, Bungie thought that Halo Reach was going to be the last Halo game, and because it was a prequel, they really didn't see a problem with writing off one of the main enemies in the game, because, well, that was the end. The important thing to note, though, is that there's no point in the actual game where any of this is talked about. There's no characters in Halo Reach that say anything about the extinction of the Skirmishers. Interestingly, though, in the last mission of Halo Reach, Lone Wolf, where you play as Noble 6 and you're fighting out all of the Covenant until your eventual demise, there are actually no Skirmishers that ever fight you. So there's no evidence that there are any Skirmishers alive left in the last mission of Halo Reach. Now I know this isn't specifically talked about, but it is an important observation. Other than Halo Reach, there are no other Skirmishers in any of the other Halo games, even Halo Wars. I did want to find out if there were any Skirmishers in the Halo mobile game Spartan Strike, but I found out that no one has actually ever played that game, so we'll probably never know. The only other evidence of Skirmishers existing in the Halo lore is from Halo Escalation issues 2 and 3, and this brings up an important point. Halo Escalation issues 2 and 3 were published in 2014, 4 years after Bungie officially stated that the Skirmishers were extinct. So which one do we listen to? Do we listen to the actual creators of the game Bungie, who said in 2010 that the Skirmishers were extinct, or do we listen into the new Halo lore that's in the extended comic book series. In my opinion, when it comes to the Halo games, I think the developers should disregard all of the extended Halo lore, and there's quite a lot of it. In my opinion, I'd like to see the best possible Halo game that we can make, despite what extended lore or past developers have said. And I think with the current state of Halo and 343 being in charge now, not Bungie, I think Skirmishers could definitely make a return. The Skirmishers of Halo Reach added an interesting element to Halo Reach's gameplay. Skirmishers would get around your position and flank you, making it more difficult to take out the bigger baddies in Halo Reach like the elites and the brutes. Think how fun it would be to fight Skirmishers in Halo 5 or even Halo 6, especially with the free and open concept of Warzone. Think about how many cool bosses that we have thanks to Warzone, like the Grunt Mech. Skirmishers had a great design and purpose in Halo Reach, but if we could expand on that with Halo 5 or Halo 6's Warzone modes, we could have an even better skirmisher. And I don't think letting old developers or Halo lore hold us back is going to be the best for making a great Halo game, especially since the Skirmishers have never played a role in Halo's narrative story, at least in the main games. Bringing back someone like Sergeant Johnson, Commander Keyes, or Tartarus would be pretty weird, right? They died in the games, they had narrative parts, their stories are over. But why leave the Skirmishers in the dust? They were a fun enemy that were not only fun to shoot at, but they were also fun to get shot at by. Ultimately, what I wanted to do with this video is educate the Halo public about what happened to the Skirmishers at the end of Halo Reach. But I also wanted to bring up the debate of what should we actually do about all this extended Halo lore, because there's a lot of it. Let me know what you Halo fans think about the Skirmishers down in the comments section below. Do you think that they should be out of the games altogether because Bungie at one time said they were extinct? Or do you think that they should just have free range and the Skirmishers should be in Halo games because they're fun enemies to kill? I'm interested what you Halo fans have to say about the Skirmishers in Halo Reach. It's my favorite part about YouTube, and I still read all my comments. There was actually a time when I would reply to every single one of my comments, but as you guys can understand, I get far too many for that even to be possible. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button. It helps me out a ton. Seriously, hit that like button if you liked the video. By clicking the LTN logo in the left of your screen right now, you can subscribe to my channel for free, which means you'll be updated whenever I upload a new video or live stream. It's the best and easiest way to stay up to date with all of the content that I produce. And if you click the thumbnail link on the right, you'll be taken to a pretty funny video where I talk about the Seeker helmet in Halo 5. My name's Luke the Notable. I want all of you to stay notable, and I will see you in the next video.